This project is based on the GREEN acronym, especially the letter E, that stands for Eat Green. Eat Green is the health section of the Green Ambassador program, and the topic we are talking about today is obesity. Obesity is a worldwide problem that affects anyone that doesn't eat effectively, but first, we need to know what Eat Green means. Eating green is the act of eating whole, nutritious, minimally processed food that are healthy for us and the entire environment. To achieve eating green segment, you need to have two important considerations: how the food is grown and where it comes from. So, does that mean that you must eat from a local organic farm? Well, not exactly. And eating green is less complicated than what it sounds. Here are some elements you need to take into consideration. Preferred organic. Organic foods are free of pesticides, hydrogen fats, artificial coloring, and sweeteners, and preservatives. In addition, organic foods are not GMOs, making them more healthy for our body. They taste more naturally and better, and they contain more nutritious and greater vitamins and minerals. And when it comes to our environment, organic farmers avoid pesticides that contaminate the soil, the groundwater, and local ecosystems. Another consideration to eat green is where does my food come from? Well, locally, your solution is locally. Buying from a local farmer makes your food taste better because it's fresh. But what is considered locally? Local means that it came from a distance not greater than 100 miles away, even though not all farmers have the organic certification because it's too expensive to say. You can ask your local farm if he uses organic practices or not. In some cases, farmers use non-synthetic pesticides or apply minimal spraying. Another definition of local given this situation is buying in season. Some fruits or vegetables only grow on certain weeks of the year, making them fresher than ever.
So the problem we found for eating green was obesity in Ecuador. We found this on that the citizens' obesity rate has increased since the year 2000 until 2015. This problem is mainly on children, and it's a really big problem as it affects long term because when these kids grow old, it affects their health. Obesity in the long term gives you a lot of problems such as diabetes and heart conditions and high pressure. This problem mainly affects the people from the low social class. This happens because they don't have a lot of money, and normally junk food is the cheaper, so they decide to go and eat junk food. While healthy food is really expensive, so it's a waste of money for people from a low social class to buy healthy food. The problem passes through our generation and it makes it increase more and more, and it's something we don't realize. It makes it kind of seem normal, and each time it grows more. So it's one reason because this obesity problem grows is because there's lack of exercise. People don't have a lot of time, so they decide not to exercise. The most affected people here are the children that are part of a low social class, and they don't have knowledge of how obesity can be a really big problem. So it's important so that they know and that they can change the way they eat.
As many other problems, we think that this issue has several solutions that will resolve all the consequences it's bringing to our life. However, we think that the best of all of them is to implement a healthy school plan. This plan will be based on the food pyramid. The calories that we consume on a daily basis will be used as a reserve of energy for our body. These calories will be burned throughout the day through the activities that we will do. Many schools do not consider what they are giving to their students. As an example for this solution, we use Einstein's alimentary plan. They provide their students with healthy choices such as wraps, whole wheat grain toast, yogurt, and granola. Even when students ask for unhealthy choices, the cafeteria do not encourage them to choose these choices. Now I will explain you a plan that every school should follow. We will use Einstein's schedule as an example, and we will only concentrate on the calories a student will consume inside the school. On the first recess, the student should eat a fruit that is around 50 calories. For example, a red apple that has 55 calories. As well, he or she needs an aliment that is high in protein, like a granola bar that has around 200 calories. In the second recess, they need to eat their lunch that will contain a chicken breast, for example, or any protein that is that has 150 calories, two baked potatoes or any carbohydrate that has as well 150 calories, and a portion of steamed vegetables that will have 200 calories. For this plan, it's recommended that the student eats a second snack the moment he or she gets to their home. This one should be similar to the first one they ate on the first recess. As well, it should have the same amount of calories. The student should only burn 2/3 of their calories during those activities because the other third our body will need it for our basic activities we do in a daily basis. The only thing we want Ecuadorian public schools to understand is that every student has the right to a healthy elementary plan. We do not demand them to follow this plan, but we encourage them and propose them to create a similar one that would only beneficiate them and their students.